Imagine living in a time when a single person could change the fate of entire civilizations. From unparalleled military geniuses to visionary rulers, history is shaped by extraordinary individuals whose legacies still resonate today. Welcome to History Lab Archives. In today's episode, we're diving into the lives of key figures who shaped ancient history. These are the empires and heroes whose actions and decisions altered the course of history forever. In this video, we'll explore the lives and legacies of Alexander the Great, King Leonidas, Hannibal Barker, and Cyrus the Great. We'll uncover lesser-known facts about each figure, highlight their achievements, and delve into their darker sides. If you're fascinated by history and the dramatic stories of these extraordinary figures, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes. Let us know in the comments which historical figure you find most intriguing. Alexander the Great. Let's begin with Alexander the Great, a name synonymous with conquest and empire building. Born in 356 BC in Pella, Macedonia, Alexander the Great was tutored by Aristotle and became king at just 20 years old after his father, King Philip II, was assassinated. Over the next 13 years, Alexander created one of the largest empires in history, stretching from Greece to Egypt and into northwest India. His undefeated record in battle and tactical genius made him a legendary figure in military history. Few know that Alexander the Great was known for his curiosity and respect for different cultures. He even adopted some customs of the Persian Empire, which he conquered. Not only was he a military genius, but he was also one of the early proponents of a form of cultural integration. Alexander's empire was notable for being relatively inclusive, as he encouraged marriages between his soldiers and local women. Also, during his campaigns, he carried with him a copy of the Iliad, which he placed under his pillow each night, showcasing his admiration for Homeric heroes. Alexander was known for his vision of a unified empire, where he encouraged the fusion of cultures. He adopted elements of Persian dress and customs to promote unity and respect among the conquered peoples. His efforts in spreading Hellenistic culture had a lasting impact on the regions he conquered, influencing art, architecture, and science for centuries. Despite his achievements, Alexander's ambition had a dark side. His relentless drive for conquest led to immense suffering and death. He often dealt harshly with dissent, including the execution of close friends and generals suspected of treachery. His campaigns also caused widespread destruction, and his untimely death at 32 left his vast empire in turmoil, leading to years of conflict among his successors. Imagine trying to rule the world and still worrying about bedtime stories. Alexander the Great, the guy who carried the Iliad under his pillow, was probably the world's most well-read conqueror. Talk about overachieving. Do you think Alexander the Great's vision of a unified empire justified his brutal methods? Was he a visionary leader or a ruthless conqueror? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Primary sources like the Anabasis of Alexander by Arrian provide detailed accounts of his campaigns. Modern historians like Philip Freeman in Alexander the Great offer comprehensive analyses, exploring both his military genius and his complex personality. While Alexander the Great's legacy is filled with both brilliance and brutality, our next figure, King Leonidas, is celebrated for his heroism and sacrifice at the Battle of Thermopylae. Let's delve into his story. King Leonidas. Next, we move from Alexander's vast empire to a much smaller but no less significant stand. Let's delve into the heroics of King Leonidas and his legendary defense at the Battle of Thermopylae. King Leonidas was a king of Sparta who reigned from around 490 BC until his death at Thermopylae in 480 BC. He is best known for leading a small Greek force against the vastly larger Persian army during the Greco-Persian Wars. Leonidas and his 300 Spartans, along with a few thousand other Greek warriors, held the narrow pass at Thermopylae for 3 days against the Persian king Xerxes' forces. Their stand became a symbol of courage and resistance against overwhelming odds. Leonidas was actually one of 2 kings of Sparta, a unique system that shared power between 2 royal families. His decision to fight at Thermopylae wasn't just about protecting Greece. It was also a deeply personal commitment to Spartan ideals. Leonidas was known for his rigorous adherence to Spartan discipline and values. Interestingly, before heading to Thermopylae, he was advised to fight in the shade of the Persian arrows, to which he famously replied, "Then we shall fight in the shade." This stoic and sarcastic response exemplifies the Spartan spirit. Leonidas's leadership at Thermopylae is often celebrated for its strategic brilliance and inspirational courage. By holding the pass as long as possible, he bought valuable time for the other Greek city-states to prepare for the Persian invasion. His sacrifice and that of his men became a rallying point for Greek unity, inspiring later victories against the Persians. Leonidas is often viewed as the epitome of bravery and self-sacrifice, embodying the ideals of duty and honor. However, Leonidas's story isn't without its darker aspects. The Spartan society he represented was built on a rigid system of social hierarchy and brutal military training, starting from a young age in the agoge. This society was heavily reliant on the subjugation and harsh treatment of the Helots, an enslaved population that formed the backbone of the Spartan economy. Additionally, Leonidas's insistence on fighting to the death at Thermopylae, while heroic, also meant the near-total annihilation of his forces. Leonidas's famous "then we shall fight in the shade" retort is the ancient equivalent of saying, "bring it on," in the face of certain doom. Nothing like a bit of Spartan sarcasm to lighten up a hopeless battle situation. Do you think Leonidas's stand at Thermopylae was the ultimate act of heroism, or was it a reckless sacrifice? How do you view his leadership and the Spartan way of life? Let's discuss in the comments. Herodotus's Histories provides a detailed account of the Battle of Thermopylae and Leonidas's leadership. Modern works like Gates of Fire by Stephen Pressfield offer a dramatized but insightful look into Spartan society and the heroism of Leonidas. Historians such as Paul Cartledge in Thermopylae, The Battle That Changed the World, delve into the broader implications and legacy of Leonidas's stand. From the bravery of King Leonidas and his Spartans at Thermopylae, we move to another strategic genius, Hannibal Barca, whose audacious crossing of the Alps with war elephants remains one of the most remarkable military feats in history. Hannibal Barker. From the heroics of King Leonidas at Thermopylae, we now turn to another military mastermind. Let's delve into the extraordinary tactics and daring feats of Hannibal Barker. Hannibal Barker was born in 247 BC in Carthage, modern-day Tunisia, into a family with a strong military tradition. As a commander, Hannibal is best known for his audacious strategy during the Second Punic War, particularly his daring crossing of the Alps with an army that included war elephants. This remarkable feat allowed him to surprise and consistently defeat Roman forces on their home soil, earning him a reputation as one of history's greatest military strategists. While Hannibal's military campaigns are well known, fewer people know that he had an intense hatred for Rome instilled in him from a young age by his father, Hannibal Barker. Legend has it that Hannibal swore an oath of eternal enmity against Rome at the age of 9. Beyond his military genius, Hannibal also demonstrated considerable political acumen. After his military career, he served as a statesman in Carthage and implemented significant financial reforms to pay off war debts. Additionally, Hannibal spoke multiple languages and was known for his ability to connect with soldiers from different cultures, including Libyans, Numidians, Iberians, Gauls, and Balearic slingers, who formed his diverse and formidable army. Hannibal's military genius and innovative tactics have been studied and admired for centuries. He showed remarkable leadership and was known for sharing the hardships of his soldiers, which earned their unwavering loyalty. His ability to maintain a diverse coalition of forces from different regions demonstrated his diplomatic skills and understanding of cultural integration. Hannibal's legacy includes influencing military strategies that are still taught in military academies around the world. However, Hannibal's relentless pursuit of victory also had its dark side. His campaigns resulted in significant destruction and loss of life, particularly in Italy, where his prolonged presence caused widespread devastation. His inability to secure a decisive victory against Rome eventually led to Carthage's downfall. Hannibal's later life was marked by a continuous flight from Roman retribution, culminating in his suicide to avoid capture. His deep-seated hatred for Rome, while fueling his military brilliance, also led to his eventual downfall and the destruction of his homeland. Imagine crossing the Alps with an army of elephants in winter. Hannibal's troops must have thought, "Our commander is either a genius or completely mad." Turns out he was a bit of both. Do you think Hannibal's hatred for Rome was justified, and did it ultimately lead to his downfall? How do you rate his strategies compared to other military geniuses? Share your thoughts in the comments. Primary sources such as Livy's History of Rome and Polybius's Histories provide detailed accounts of Hannibal's campaigns and strategies. Modern historians like Adrian Goldsworthy in The Punic Wars and Richard Miles in Carthage Must Be Destroyed offer comprehensive analyses of Hannibal's impact on both Carthaginian and Roman history. Having explored Hannibal Barca's ingenious yet tumultuous military career, we now turn to Julius Caesar, a figure whose actions dramatically transformed the Roman Republic into an empire. King Cyrus the Great. Cyrus the Great, born around 600 BC, was the founder of the Achaemenid Empire, the first Persian empire. His reign began in 559 BC, and through a series of brilliant military campaigns, he conquered the Median, Lydian, and Neo-Babylonian empires, creating one of the largest empires the world had ever seen. Known for his military genius, Cyrus also implemented progressive policies, including the respect for local customs and religions of the conquered peoples, which helped stabilize and integrate his vast empire. One lesser-known fact about Cyrus is that he is often credited with issuing the world's first Declaration of Human Rights, known as the Cyrus Cylinder. This ancient clay cylinder, discovered in the ruins of Babylon, outlines his policies on governance, religious tolerance, and the liberation of slaves. Additionally, Cyrus was known for his respect and benevolence towards the Jews, allowing them to return to Jerusalem and rebuild their temple, earning him a revered place in Jewish history. Interestingly, despite his vast empire and numerous accomplishments, details about his death are shrouded in mystery and myth, with various accounts describing different circumstances. Cyrus the Great is celebrated for his enlightened and humane approach to leadership. His policies promoted tolerance and respect for the diverse cultures within his empire, setting a precedent for future rulers. His administrative reforms, including the establishment of a postal system and standardized weights and measures, enhanced communication and trade across the empire. Cyrus's legacy includes the promotion of peace and stability, and his respectful treatment of conquered peoples helped maintain order in his vast realm. However, Cyrus's expansionist ambitions came with their share of violence and destruction. His military campaigns, while effective, were brutal and led to the subjugation and displacement of many peoples. Although he is often remembered for his humane policies, the initial conquests involved significant bloodshed and conquest by force. Additionally, while his empire promoted tolerance, it was also structured to benefit the ruling elite, maintaining a clear hierarchy that could suppress dissent and resistance. Cyrus the Great might have been the first ruler to declare human rights, but imagine trying to enforce those in an empire that spanned 3 continents. It's like ancient Persian bureaucracy meets Mission Impossible. Do you think Cyrus's reputation as a just and tolerant ruler is deserved, given the violence of his conquests? How do you view his contributions to governance and human rights? Let's discuss in the comments. Primary sources such as the Cyrus Cylinder provide direct insight into his policies and governance. Historians like Pierre Briant in From Cyrus to Alexander and Maria Brosius in The Persians offer comprehensive analyses of his reign and impact on the ancient world. These sources help us understand the complexities and dualities of Cyrus's legacy. Today, we journeyed through the lives of some of the most influential figures in ancient history. Each of these leaders changed the course of history in profound ways. We explored their achievements, uncovered lesser-known facts, and discussed their darker sides. These stories remind us that history is shaped by extraordinary individuals whose actions and decisions have far-reaching consequences. Their legacies, filled with both brilliance and brutality, continue to captivate us and offer valuable lessons about leadership, ambition, and the complexities of human nature. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the lives of these ancient figures, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes. We love hearing from you, so let us know in the comments which figure you found most fascinating, or if there are other historical figures you think we should cover in the future. Thank you for watching History Lab Archives, and stay tuned for more captivating historical tales.